The iHeartPodcast Awards 2023 nominations, the latest from our daily newsletter at podnews.net. iHeartMedia has announced the nominations for the iHeartPodcast Awards 2023. They'll stream on March the 14th. The list of nominations shows just 17 of the 143 nominations are from iHeartRadio. You'll find a full list with everything linked in our show notes and our newsletter at podnews.net. The iHeartPodcast Awards Best International Podcast nominations list includes a nomination for British Villains, which was curious. The credits from Chicago's Luminary list exec producers The Cut Productions in Los Angeles, LA's Ninth Planet Audio and LA's Western Sound. And the writers were LA's Rosencrantz Baldwin and Vanessa Sadler, who lives in LA, but happily for this nomination is English. Phew, gore blimey gov, call off the rozzers, mate, it's all above board, innit? Triton Digital announced the US podcast report for November 2022, listing participating publishers only. Crime Junkie is the new number one. The data has removed spikes caused by Samsung Free. Edison Research has unveiled the US top 50 most listened to podcasts for the 12 months ending September 2022. Notably, The Ben Shapiro Show has climbed over the last 4 quarters, from number 12 to number 9 to number 7 to number 5. And the second annual Ondas World Podcast Awards has extended its submission deadline to December the 31st. In People News, SoundStack has hired Hayley Fegans as VP of Marketplace Operations and Heather Smith as VP of Publisher Enablement. Hayley comes from Live One, Heather from Advisor and Triton Digital. And in podcast news, the last Podnews weekly review for this year is an epic. It's more than 2 hours long. Just ask me, I've just edited it. It includes interviews with Barometer, Oxford Road, the Podcast Index and Ad Ores, and 2023 predictions and 2022 highlights from 12 different podcast folk. Sponsored by Buzzsprout, it's available now. Luminary's Telephone Stories is now available on all platforms, a show examining the Hall of Mirrors that was Michael Jackson's life, painstakingly, sometimes painfully constructing the complex narrative of an iconic and troubled performer haunted by criminal allegations. It was produced by Ninth Planet Audio. And after getting 2 men released after 25 years wrongful conviction in prison, Proof, a true crime podcast, is to return for a wrap-up episode and a brand new season next year. It's produced by Red Marble Media. And that's the latest from our newsletter. To read all the stories and subscribe, we're at podnews.net.